Welcome to the BLU podcast.
Shut up! Jerk.
Oh, man.
Best left unaccounted podcast.
Hi, my name is Bravin Troy, and welcome back to the Best Left Unaccounted podcast.
You got Bravin, Chase, and the other two, and a special guest.
Hello.
You're not a special guest, Kyle.
Kyle's here too,
Oh
as
my
well
gosh.
as, you want to introduce yourself, Logan? Logan's here.
I've already introduced myself.
Well,
I'm
we're
a new
just
member.
making sure that they know, because
We didn't do this last time.
description. Yeah.
I put it in the thumbnail.
The thumbnail?
Yeah,
Cool.
it's already in the thumbnail with my name in there.
And you know, like, little image that you can see while
Yeah.
you're...
Alright.
And
We'll just
we have a
keep
special
people
guest
calm.
today.
What did you say?
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Not really.
Shaye
Okay,
Vogt.
then.
Shaye.
Sure.
Vote for
Shaye
Shaye.
Vogt.
She's here as a specialist on one topic that we'll get to later.
But she can join us in discussion.
Absolutely.
Oh, I erased it from
No, I'm not allowed.
So I guess today's opening discussion is about TED Talks. But
What do you think about TED
I
Talks?
have a beef with TED Talks, okay? Just
Yeah.
listen.
This is how we're starting off.
Hear me out.
Uh-huh.
I like TED Talks because TED Talks, they have true professionals. They have, like artists, musicians, the professors, all
They
that
got
type
some
of stuff.
qualifications.
People that have real life experience. TEDx Talks, the only requirement, that I've stated this before, the only requirement you need for a TEDx Talk is to have 5 brain cells and you can talk. That is the only thing that you need.
I think I have heard you say this before.
Wait, so does that mean Stephen Hawking wouldn't qualify?
But he's a professional, though.
But you said you have to be able to talk.
Well, I mean, well, he can talk. He's got
He's got his thing.
voice to chat to text.
Oh,
Oh, God.
That's right.
I think you would be on TED Talks, not
But
TEDx.
there was this one lady that was talking about. She was like, apparently she was a nurse or like a dietitian, and she apparently
Saying,
like
like,
one of her
quotes.
special
There were air quotes
diet
there
things
just
that
for
she
effect.
does for her patients is that she gives them like a higher fat content, even though what she's treating them for does not even need a high fat content. It
Like
needs to.
what?
I don't remember, something stupid, but what? Yeah, it's recording in progress. No,
It doesn't
I
matter.
don't get it.
It's not relevant. Okay, anyway. So, I want to say, I saw this TEDx talk one time. It was learning how to draw. So, this guy was there.
That's
he was
a good
like,
one. I knew how to draw.
He was like, okay, guys, I'm going to teach you how to draw. Just copy what I draw. And that was the entire thing. It was just like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm going to draw a person. Look at how I draw. Now just take up your piece of paper and copy exactly what I did. Congratulations. Now you know how to draw a guy with a big nose.
There was this journalist.
That's cool.
Just go
He
watch
was-
Bob Ross.
There's this journalist. He
Yeah.
was doing a TEDx talk on
I like
how
Bob Ross.
like we're all a little bit psychopathic. But then instead of that, he just went on this little tangent about how he was talking about this serial killer that was apparently mentally insane and that he
Just
was
like
actually-
everyone else.
He was actually
Just
like
like
the
school.
Joker in hiding or something. And
He's
it was
the
just so
Joker in
stupid.
hiding.
Yeah, apparently. And then it
Reminds
had
me of
no
someone with a
lesson
accident.
whatsoever or no thing that you could leave with. It's just stupid. It's like
just
you're
a bunch of filler
wasting
time.
time. Don't watch TEDx, watch TED.
Talks.
One of the TED Talks that I know of, Dr. Cleaver at BCC showed it to our class. She showed it to, I think, most of our classes. And she showed it to your class, right?
It was about like the.
Because I said I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. It was about, like, if you want to do something and you tend to be a flake, which I know I'm definitely a flake,
Flaker.
you write it down, and then it makes you more inclined to actually do it. And,
Yeah.
like, you write it down and you give it to someone, and then when you do it, they give it back. So it gives you, like, something to, like, work towards is getting that card back. And they had, like, actual little, like, business cards that said, because
Yeah.
I said I would.
Yeah, she
write
gave
one.
it to us. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good one, but it's
I
kind of
ordered
like
some. I
it's
got
kind of
it.
like the
Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf of TEDx talks.
Do it.
Don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it.
I mean, a lot of them are inspirational. You know what else is... TED Ed is pretty good, though. The animations that they do.
Yes, those are very good.
I like solving the riddles.
Yeah.
Or trying to, at least. I don't know. I get some of them are really easy. Some of them are, like, impossible to figure out.
Watch these recreationally?
Just, I don't know. They just appear in
On
my
yeah, I feel
feed.
it. Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, this is cool. I'll spend... Because there's only a few minutes. And they usually have neat animations. And
3
I'm just
hours
like...
later.
3 hours. There's actually not that many of them. And there's no point to rewatch them if you already know the solution.
Well, yeah, unless you just want to.
But like, I don't know.
Yourself.
I mean, because I've actually, it does feel good if you can actually figure them out without
Yeah.
any help. Some of them, it's just like if some of them, it's just like you know how to solve it, but you just kind of have to work it. It just takes some time. Others,
Yeah.
it's just like it's a really obscure answer that you
Yeah.
would never think of.
Yeah, it's just kind of like you have to think outside the box for some of them, and then you have to, or some of the solutions are extremely abstract.
Yeah.
They're so abstract that not even, I don't know, what's his name? Not Pacquiao. Picasso. Yes, Picasso couldn't figure out. Pacquiao. Pacquiao is actually.
It had to be done.
Of course. But Pacquiao is actually a character on this game called Civilization 5. I recommend you play Civilization 5.
You always have to bring video games into it, don't you?
Because video games
Brevin.
are good. Apparently, you're the only one that doesn't play video games, even though you do. Do not bring that in here.
Dedicated wham.
I am trying to diversify my conversation. Excuse you.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
He's
I don't know.
diversifying by bringing
This
up
is
video
early
games.
college. I'm pretty sure everybody
about
that's
video
listening
games.
to this probably plays video games more than they should.
Considering you only have like 10 people listening to it.
You're making assumptions.
Hey,
Wow.
39 last I checked.
Yeah, that was for the first one.
Yeah.
Not the second has like
How many
10.
times did you guys
Wow.
watch it though?
Well, it's because we didn't advertise the second one.
Oh,
Well,
Thanks, Kyle.
I'm gonna work on that.
Just look at
Yeah,
it. That's
we'll
the
get
time
new
to
T-shirts with blue.
We need the
I don't like
hats.
blue
We
one,
need the
so-
hard hats.
Hard hats, yes.
can I please have one?
Well, a hard hat?
Yeah.
You know what they are?
A fedora with the.
Oh.
It's a fedora that says hard. It's not an actual hard hat. It's like a fedora with
I'll
like
take it.
stitched into it.
I think it'd be
Hard.
blue.
I'll take it.
How do you blue? I don't know.
Well,
Yeah, they should be blue. Blue fedora.
Can I have my
Yeah.
like baseball cap?
I'm gonna change the topic.
Hmm.
All right, so we all
You're
know
gonna change
that-
the topic?
Yes, we're gonna.
Wait, what a smooth transition!
Exactly.
We've had worse.
But hey, should I mention the one about elementary school teachers on the last podcast, Brevin?
Oh,
The one before.
He,
Hey,
built, he built you up so well for that. You
I
just shot him
absolutely
down.
did.
Honestly,
Mine was
I'm,
so
I'm
stupid.
not gonna lie. Yeah, it did. It went right over my head.
Yes, but okay, so
We got into a good discussion.
We did,
about
though.
complaining about teachers.
yes, but as we all know, finals are wrapping up, or we're about to have like one left, and we're about to head into Christmas break. So I'm so ready for the semester to be over and done with.
And I've been ready since 2005 when I started school. Well, we seem to have a guest to our podcast.
Please leave.
just taking a smooth exit up.
See, I
That was a better
should
transition
have
than
known
what
we
we
should have
did.
left that sign up there.
We should.
Where'd the sign go?
Shay took it down. I don't know why he took it down, Shay.
Anyway,
Oh, I wonder why.
for context, we had a sign up that said "recording in progress" to help prevent people from entering the room.
People still walk in here.
Yes, exactly. They don't care.
I mean, I thought it looked kind of cringy sitting there.
but
I
hey,
don't wanna
it's
tip the
better than
librarians
nothing.
off.
You know what else is cringy? When people walking in.
Mm.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that's
god.
That's why you go.
Also, saying
I
the
bet
entire
our
name
whole
of the
audience
show
is cringing
every
right
episode.
Hey,
You did that this time though.
Oh, me.
I just did it to mess with him.
Yeah, sure.
I got to say it anyway. I'm not gonna stop.
Yeah.
But see, it wouldn't make sense because in the Christmas one I did, and we recorded that before this.
Yeah, but this one's.
By the way, self-promotion. You guys should watch the Christmas podcast.
It's very funny. We have a bunch of stories in
The
there.
18th comes before Christmas.
We also get interrupted in the Christmas podcast as well.
Yes, by our lovely friends.
Bowling.
The same person, actually.
But are you guys doing anything special for Christmas break besides
Nope.
having Christmas?
Nope.
No.
Not
I'm
really.
gonna sleep.
I'm going back to
Work.
my mom, my family.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to
Me,
take
my
any days
grandparents,
off.
and then my
Brandon.
other grandparents.
What do you mean I'm not allowed to take it?
Actually, we got Freddy, so now you can take as many
Because
days.
I got
Yeah.
2 Christmases.
The day.
How about all of them?
Dos Christmases.
You, man.
The day after
job.
Christmas, I'm actually heading up to Boone,
I need company.
North Carolina, which is
Okay.
up in the mountains. My grandparents live there. That's a great place. I recommend if you ever get a chance to go up to Blowing Rock or Boone, yeah, Boone, North Carolina.
Blue.
But that
The podcast. It's blue. Get it?
I mean, the Blue Mountains are in.
That was named
Or-
after
or
us.
Blue.
Believe it or not.
But
It
we
wasn't?
can. But
It
we,
was.
we should have like a special outdoor episode where we go to the Blue Mountains and we have a Blue podcast.
I
there.
don't want to go to the mountains.
Well, that's too bad. I
You
don't
got
care.
something
What
against
you
the
want.
mountains? What?
Mountain's better than
He's
here.
from the mountains.
Am I?
But he doesn't like
Yes.
I lived in the mountains.
Long Island is a mountain.
It's more of a hill.
It's just a big hill.
I mean, if you count the part that goes underwater, it might be tall enough to be
Me
considered a mountain.
me and my cousin have
These
this
are
theory that
underwater
Long
mountains.
Island is actually just a giant submarine.
Drain the Atlantic
Because
Ocean.
there are these giant fields full of solar panels, and those are, we just say
all
those
the
fields
water.
are recharging the submarine, and once it's fully charged, it's going to leave.
What?
Oh, I thought that you were saying if it like stopped charging, it would sink or something like that.
No, it's just charging and it'll leave.
It's gonna leave
Fully
the
charged.
whole
It's gonna
island of Long,
Take off away from New York.
all Long
It's gonna go to
Island.
England.
But I lived in the Catskills. Transition.
You live in
back.
Catskills?
The Catskills. It's a mountain range in New
Cats
York.
have scales.
Catskills.
Catskills.
Cats have
Oh,
skills.
so then like they can juggle and stuff. So yeah, like
Yeah.
so it's like basically kind of like a circus troupe up
Yeah.
there.
Jeez.
Catskills.
Were you trying to get back on topic? Because it didn't work at all.
Yeah. Oh no,
Skills
it's not.
and-
It's not. It's Dutch.
What's
Dutch?
It's
Dutch?
spelled differently. Catskills.
Dutch.
Catskills.
It's- but it's spelled-
people.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because they originally settled there.
I don't know. I lived in Margaretville.
Okay, that's not
Okay.
I was just saying that doesn't sound
Dutch.
Dutch.
Margaretville.
Not everything about it has to be
Fleischmann's.
Dutch, Kyle.
Anyway,
Fleischmann's.
any-
Is that
any-
Dutch, Shay?
What?
Fleischmann's?
Fleischmann's?
Fleischmann's.
Potentially. Okay, more German.
But
Hello?
I had one more tidbit on the mountain part.
Okay.
Because because when we go up to the mountains to see my grandparents every
Mhm.
year,
What's up?
there's actually like a ski lodge, and we actually go every year for like a yearly ski trip too. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. Hey, no symbols like that in our podcast, so young lady. I knew what you were
Shay
trying
likes
to
to
do.
eat the puss.
I didn't know you like eat cats. Cats are pets. Why would you
Korean.
do that?
Korean food.
She's Korean food, Korean barbecue. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Funnily, at Angelo's, we live. It's right next to the Chinese place.
Uh huh.
And
Is that where you're going for
occasionally-
Christmas?
Chinese buffet.
Occasionally, some of the cats escape the Chinese place, and
Oh,
the one time one of them actually ran into the restaurant. We were preparing for a wine dinner.
Yes.
Mhm.
You want
You
to tell the
neglect
wine
to
dinner
mention that
story?
you also
A
work in
wine
a
dinner
pet
story? I don't
shop.
have any good wine dinner stories.
Yeah,
It's
just
kind of
cats.
boring.
No,
That's
Actually,
a pretty good point.
no.
Technically not.
Cats only come from. If you didn't know this, all cats originate from Chinese restaurants. They're all escapees. Or descendants of those
They're the lucky
escapees.
ones.
All of them. All wild cats originated from
Jason
Chinese
also neglects
restaurants.
to mention how often he eats at that Chinese buffet.
I eat the Chinese buffet.
Jace,
I don't
occasion,
like that Chinese.
from time to time, Jace will actually cough up a hairball.
Their chicken is really good there. One of the girl whose parents own it used to go here.
Used to go. What was her name? You know.
Christina.
Oh, she went to NCSSM.
What the hell is that?
Who
Went to
knows?
School of Science and Math.
Oh,
Ah.
of course.
That.
Freaking nerd.
I went there
Loser.
for football.
Yeah, nerds are losers.
That school's gross though. It's weird.
Make
Oh,
other
God.
jokes, but that's too racist.
Anyway.
Jesus Christ.
If you
Oh, yeah, we
scream
already-
Heil
we
Hitler
already-
and communism on here, what do you have to leave?
We're
out?
transitioning. away.
You know, wait. You know what I like? I'm gonna do over the break.
Watch Star Wars.
What do you
Add
want
more
to do?
diversity.
I'm gonna
to
wear
the podcast.
pants.
You're gonna wear pants.
I'm gonna wear
No, I'm
pants
not.
over the break.
I'm not.
Are you?
You're gonna
I
wear
am.
pajamas all
Loser.
You
day.
see, most people are gonna wear pants, but I am.
Let's confer with our specialist on scene.
Oh, that one went over my head actually.
Shay, women's pants.
Yeah.
Thoughts, questions, concerns?
Criticism,
Um,
especially that's what we're looking
okay, well,
for.
clearly,
like
all my pants except this one nice pair that I have, the pockets are too small.
I know that's a very common
Yeah.
complaint about women's pants, the lack of pockets.
I complain about it more than women do.
You buy pants without pockets? What?
No,
No.
I just complain about how women.
Bravin just rips the pockets off of his pants.
Bravin
and he
believes
complains
in
No,
about
not
it.
my pockets are fine, but like women, their pockets aren't.
I mean, the only reason I would complain is that on occasion, like once in a blue moon, some female with minimal amount of pocket space might ask me to put something in my pockets. But that rarely
You know
happens.
That's invasive.
the
You don't mess
solution-
with a man's pockets.
The solution to this is just wear cargo pants.
Everybody just
Those
wears
are
it.
those are
Yeah.
those are harder to find than you think. But I've found them before.
Well, you know what?
Screw
Make a
Walmart.
law.
Old Navy
Everybody
has some nice
to
cargo
wear
pants.
cargo pants at all times.
But they were like when I
Anyone
found them, they were
has
like
the
hidden in
same
the corner.
haircut?
Must be
Everyone's
true.
name is
Walmart
Dave.
I'm not going that far. I just mean cargo pants.
It
Well,
smells like marker now. What'd you do?
Nothing.
Kyle's just been playing with markers the whole
They're
time.
Bravin.
Am I not? I
Oh, it
couldn't
does
nail
smell
the
like marker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took him.
I
a
don't
break
smell
one?
them right here.
hey, stop! That is illegal. We can't do that.
Is it?
Markers?
Yes, we actually get in trouble for doing that.
Let's just
What
stop
about
playing with the
percentage?
markers.
Those are juniors.
Yeah.
I mean, then you
I mean,
can.
they're not, but what if they were?
Well, I mean, we're not playing a game of what ifs.
Shay, how do
This is where
Like
how do
it's
people
all-
measure women's pants?
How do
Because
people-
Bravin was saying that he thinks it's
Oh.
different.
Oh, fine.
Oh,
now.
it just hit me. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Kyle, stop, please.
Oh no.
It smells like a damn paint factory.
I kept it one time and it just smelled.
Oh, now I
You
smell
can
it.
smell it, can't you?
Yeah, I can smell
Oh
it.
my god.
It
It
smells
smells
like marker.
bad.
Good stuff.
Okay.
This just in: Logan does not like the smell of markers.
It's that alcohol. It's like It's that alcohol.
You ever
smell.
seen him specifically bring up a brown expo and shove it in his face?
Oh,
Might-
no wonder it
you
tastes
might
like-
get drunk off
No
of
wonder
it.
it smells like
Go
crap
drunk.
because it's brown.
Huh, poop is brown.
No, he's gonna
You're
get
not
Mine's
funny.
He's
sometimes
gonna get
green.
bombed off of it.
Chase,
Brandon.
thank
He's
you.
gonna get
What?
bombed.
Let's get it
Shut
involved.
up.
He's gonna get bombed.
No, you're not using that damn terminology. Well, you 50
Oh
years
man, I
old.
love to huff markers and get bombed.
I don't know about you, but I'm ready for the Star Wars movie to come out.
Oh yeah, it's coming out.
I bet her
Actually-
pockets are too small.
This will be
She can't hold the lightsaber in her pocket.
this will be released after the Star Wars movie.
It'll be released after the Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So right now,
Do-
I'm
One thing
thinking.
in your head.
The
Come on.
the date
talked
of
to
recording
roasting.
is supposed to be a secret.
Ooh,
Alright,
secret.
well,
Very
This
secret.
is actually a live performance.
Secreto.
Is it?
I don't
Yes.
Yes.
You gotta find us.
Let's see our live studio audience out there.
They don't even
know.
know.
Really attentive.
Hey, you watching or
Cool.
listening to this right now? We're in your backyard.
Please don't threaten that.
We're in your attic.
No one has.
How do you
Well,
spell
some people
that?
have
No one
attics.
has an attic. Everyone has an attic.
I don't have an attic.
We have an attic.
What are you, weird?
Yes, absolutely.
You don't have an attic?
No.
You've been to his house.
I don't have.
I
I
said
don't
that's
Didn't look at the
surprising.
ceiling.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
If
usually
you
go
go
to.
if you go outside his
Ever.
house and then go inside his house, there's clearly no room.
I live in a double wide. Of course, there's no
Oh
attic.
yeah.
I don't either. Another double wide.
Oh, well.
You got a little
I
cross
With a
piece
hole
on
in the
it,
side?
but-
Heart-shaped hole?
No. No.
It's his garage.
It's my garage.
You see it. You
That's where I
can,
keep all my knowledge.
if you look at Bravin's house, you can just see a
Somebody say
giant hole in the
knowledge.
middle. That's just where he parks.
No, it's in Kyle's house.
That's a Kyle's house. Oh,
My
so you,
garage is in Kyle's
So you
house.
drive So you drive to Kyle's house.
I drive through Kyle's
what?
house.
Brad's
Kyle came
garage
down to Kyle's
is
house.
Kyle's house.
Okay.
You know this, Kyle. You know this. That's
Okay.
why I set up the
You
ramp.
want to play games?
I don't see the confusion here.
Well, I mean, I
You
mean,
don't see the confusion.
it's
I think
not
the
really
marker
surprising
is
because
too.
Kyle wore glasses, but
If you put the
You know.
marker away.
stop smelling the marker, dude. You're gonna get messed up from that. dude.
Honestly, though.
That's 5 brain cells you just lost. Now you can't do TEDx talk.
Not gonna do it anyway.
Or you said Kyle only had 5 brain cells.
Exactly.
No, he's
Well,
like
he was
nothing
saying
left.
earlier that you have to have at least.
I
five.
know. I heard that.
She was
Oh,
here.
so yeah, Kyle.
Don't analyze the joke. That just makes it not funny.
Wow.
Idiot.
That was an example of shock humor by saying idiot in a different and loud tone.
Jace, what did I just say?
It's like an expert is
What if it's
analyzing.
become like an assignment? You had to like pick apart every little piece of
Every
your
little
podcast.
Every other podcast, that'd be
Yeah, that's
cool.
true.
That was a metaphor, you
we're-
guys.
I'm expecting a 10-page analysis from every audience member of this podcast.
Am I the
We
only
just lost all our
Am I the
viewers.
only one that's excited about Star Wars?
Yes.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm planning on going to
Yeah.
the premiere if I'm not working.
I was mad about the Star Wars
What about-
episode 7.
What about
They,
it?
they came the ending because what's his name, Mark Hamill, he didn't even say a word. He didn't
Yeah.
say. I wanted him to say something like, just say, if when Ray hands him the lightsaber, he could have just said hey and then just rose the title screen.
Would
Hey,
that
I would
Ray.
have
be better?
that. I just want him to talk a minute
Hey, what's up?
before you just go to the next
He
movie.
wasn't paid that much.
No,
for
so
it.
yes.
Let's-
Hey, what's up, man?
It wasn't.
He was paid
it
for
wasn't
it.
in the budget.
Yeah.
Dialogue wasn't in
What,
the
so he
budget.
didn't have
They're
for
saving that
one
for the next
word.
movie.
He was only
Exactly.
paid for
Funnily
appearance.
enough, Mark Hamill's very well known for his voice acting too.
Yeah,
Didn't even say a single word.
which is really
The
annoying.
biggest movie of the year.
That that pissed me off when Han Solo died.
Yeah.
It was really
Spoiler
dumb.
alert.
Oh my
I
god!
think at this point,
It's been
You'd
how many
think.
years?
Yeah.
I mean, it's only been a year.
we said
Yeah.
spoiler after we said it's too late now.
What
Just
about
like a
Just
spoiler,
cut
like-
Well, like
just
move
let
it,
that- yeah.
slap it, or like move it towards in front.
Yeah, and then keep this half of the conversation so that it confuses the shit out of them.
Yeah, you should bleep it out like you don't do for your cuss words.
Why would I? No, I'm not gonna. If I'm not gonna censor cuss words, I'm not gonna censor
Just have a
spoilers.
just have a wank sound over it.
I'll put it in the description.
Let's
say-
this
I'll
going
say-
on after.
I'll say
the
Star
Put
Wars
it on
Episode
your
7
thumbnail.
spoiler. Or,
On the
this is in big red letters, like a stamp.
Balloon
What about Rogue
podcast.
One,
Just
though?
Mark
Letters.
Hamill.
Spoiler.
Rogue One, I'm not a big fan of it.
I love Rogue One.
Did
Rogue
you?
One. Yes, it was great.
Tell me why you love Rogue One.
Because
Spoiler
the
alert.
thing about Rogue One is
You don't
that
know about Rogue One.
it's
Jesus
the
Christ.
terminology they used. It was like an anthology film, so it was like it explained a part of
What happened?
the thing.
It
So
technically
it's-
takes place between the prequels and the original series.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's how they originally got the plans for the Death Star.
But it's not
And so
really
they can actually
necessary
tell.
to involve that
My beef with
information,
it-
because it's like you can accept. The
It's
fact
just
they
a
got-
nice movie to have. Without it, I mean, you know the books, but I mean, it's just nice to have something.
Well, yeah,
placed
well,
on
that's
the big
where
screen.
my beef comes in. Was that like when Disney bought Star Wars, they decanonized all the original books in
know.
all of the video games,
That's
and the
really
majority,
bad.
or not the majority, but at least 3 or 4 of the video games explained how they got the plans for the Death Star.
Yeah.
But they decanonized it, and then they completely changed everything about it.
And-
I mean, you lost all that lore from Lego Star Wars too. Don't forget
forgot.
about that.
Quality.
God.
Man, they
That was a crime
churn
against
churn
humanity.
Lego Star Wars games out like they do Madden games. It's horrible.
I know.
Yeah, I used to play.
I
Lego
love
Star
the
Wars.
Lego Star Wars. I loved all the Lego games until they started adding the voices, like voice acting.
I wanted them to have voice acting. I like them to have voice
Nah,
acting.
it was just
You and your
weird.
differing opinions.
That does sound weird.
Because I liked it when the Legos, like, they had to, like, act out everything, you know?
Yeah,
But
it kind of
the only thing they had was like grunts.
Yeah.
The only thing they had was like.
Yeah, that's all you need. They're Legos.
So they're basically they were like the muffled version of like Peanuts grown ups.
Yes.
Then
Mhm.
where they had the Speaking
That would've
of
made
Star
the game
Wars,
even better.
Didn't they make like a board game out of it or something?
What, the Lego game?
Yeah.
Smooth transition.
God damn it. Every transition I try to do is just ruined. You ruined me on the second one, and you ruined me on this one. What is
We're
going
gonna
Which
say
is
on?
a vital asset to this
shitty with
podcast.
transitions.
I think that's just
I
their thing.
understand how to do transitions, man.
The greatest board game I've ever played, Risk, is a great game.
Risk
I'll
is
kill
an
you.
extremely good board game.
I love
and
Risk.
also
You remember that time I beat you? The only time I've played with you.
Oh, that
That was
one
a very
time.
weird
Yeah, that was
Sorry.
a strange game.
Played with
Yeah, 'cause we
capitals
play with
and
action.
stars and
We
whatever.
played with, because we're used.
Oh yeah.
The only board game, or the only Risk game that I had originally ever played was the one that Shaye has.
Yeah, we all
But-
know it sucks. It's great.
I mean, I enjoyed
Well, it
it.
doesn't have.
Yeah.
But
I don't
Shaye's
know.
is a very, I guess you could say,
Bare
like,
bones.
yeah. And then Bravin was used to playing like
That's
the
what
more,
makes it fun.
I guess, sophisticated or detailed.
It just has
version.
more rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
gonna
me
make it
and
a lot
Kyle,
faster.
Kyle and I.
I don't give a shit about grammar. Me and Kyle were used to Shaye's game, and then we were trying to play with Bravin, but there were just too many rules, and at first it was really confusing, and then we understood it. But it was just.
Then
it was-
Bravin just
Well,
saved a bunch of cards.
that's
and-
generally how games work.
Well, I got really
Rules,
lucky
you
with my
get-
card draws,
You get used
too.
to the rules.
But it
Just
really
stack them
threw
over
us
long
off because
enough.
we were like, all right, this is how we play, and then it turns out no, you can play it like this, and it was just like, whoa.
Well, it's just like because you didn't. I don't know. It's just like the way that you drafted was weird to me, and
Because you use
We kind
cards
we
to get like
ignored
people and stuff,
A
and that
lot
was
of the rules.
well, yeah,
That's
that's
like
how you, that's
when
what
we
the
play,
cards
we
are made
keep
for.
we
More
keep the
simple.
cards that like the cities
It's
and
more
stuff
simple. There's
things.
still too many
We keep the
rules.
cards when we play with her, and the amount
My
that you
taste.
have
Then you just add
is
more.
multiplied by 3,
Don't
and
do
you know whatever.
Usually
Yeah.
we play it later at
Or
night too, so
whatever.
we're all like,
I've never actually gotten to play like a
soda.
full game of Risk, but
Takes
you don't
I
want
have
to.
with
Yeah.
them.
but I'd love to have. We need to just like
I have a board game on my card.
Well, there's
when we
different ways
start-
to
yeah,
play
you
too.
bought your
when we start live streaming, and we're going to.
Uh-huh.
We're going to play like board games and stuff. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
Or you can
yeah,
do,
you'll be
or
able
you
to
can do
watch.
Minecraft Let's Plays. That's also a thing.
Minecraft Let's Plays.
Give a whole 6-hour
That's-
live stream.
If we don't do
Risk.
Minecraft Let's Plays, we're not a real
Risk.
channel.
Exactly. We
Build-
gotta.
Hey, dirt houses.
It's like a
Yeah.
rite of passage for every YouTube channel.
Minecraft Let's Play.
It'll
HP.
you know that'll probably be like the most viewed video for.
Or
ever.
we could just
It
like
will.
wear
Channel.
pink headphones
Sad
and
thing
put our
is-
face all over the thumbnails and just have super topics. PewDiePie. I mean, sorry, unnamed YouTuber.
I'll put that in
Now.
the tags since you said it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
mention him.
Absolutely will. So
Any other board games?
nope.
Shit,
That's
what was
it.
that card
Goodbye.
game?
Why don't we just have a longer episode?
Kyle,
Why
you
don't we
wanna
just have a
sell us out?
special long episode with? Are we doing 2 different ones?
Yeah.
I didn't even get to
Oh,
talk
I didn't know.
about
Okay,
pants.
so we're going to do like the same thing we did last time. Okay, well,
Yeah.
that's a wrap. That's a wrap. No, I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to do that.
Hey, that's my job.
We're
It's
gonna
my
wi-
job.
Just
Widen
the
the
pants,
thing. So
please.
now
Are we not gonna give any context for that?
He's secretly a Nazi.
No,
Oh, okay.
Find out
I
which
was
one it
doing
is.
it. We're gonna
There's-
cut
there's
this
a-
anyway.
Logan was trying to make a hand motion to say that we were cut and done recording, but he accidentally did
Did-
that.
I'm not
You
cutting
may-
this out. I'm
you
leaving
may
this
suck.
out.
This is the goal, right?
I do it on
here.
purpose all the time.
Get out of here.
But
All right.
yeah.
Alright,
All right,
subscribe, all that stuff, and ring the bell.
Oh boy!
Thanks again. See you guys later.
Notifications.
Bye
This
bye.
is the best Like That Kind of podcast.